thinking wasn't gonna bite you. But I'm like, yeah,
Listen, I love
word
Zoro.
wrong.
Definitely. She was right. She was right. He wasn't gonna cut her.
He's
Zoro's
When she called
almost.
his bluff, then he had to cut her. Like,
exactly.
I
I
think
like,
he's
He
never
didn't
said
cut her.
he was going to cut her.
The thing with Zoro is we get
But he flipped the script though. He flipped this. She was on his side.
Sanji
Zoro,
just
Zoro,
can't.
word. What's good, ABK?
Sanji's biggest problem is he won't hit a woman, but Sanji can actually get them on his side. Whereas Zoro gets chastised, Sanji doesn't, because he got Viola and he got put in on his side. Zoro can never
You
do
can't
that.
count Viola because she went in there with an intent to play him, but then he ended up flipping the script. She got
He flipped the script though.
But he flipped the script. That's what I'm trying to say. Zoro can't do that. Zoro's too straightforward. Zoro's like he's not looking down on them, but he's also kind of looking down on them. That's his problem.
Same conversation we had about a woman. So every time you talk to bitch, we talking shit. Like, he was talking shit, and I don't think it was just the fact that he didn't want to cut that bitch down. He wanted to see his
He sat on the side and was literally having a whole side conversation with Monet. He said, "You're
bro.
She's over here she's getting her shoulder bit open. Like, you gotta show up better than that, Tashiki. You gotta do better than you talk crazy.
Where there's a villain they gotta fight, and it's between a man and a woman. Zoro say, "I'm gonna take the bitch because you won't be playing. We don't got time."
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's literally what happened. In Film Z, Zoro did that exact same thing.
He turned his blades on her.
No, but he still took her out. He showed mercy, but he still did the job. Sanji's not doing that. Sanji's kind of getting folded, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Sanji voted on who?
We're talking script wise.
You know, it's crazy. I'm watching Punk Hazard, and he's saying, "Yo, Sanji's literally running." He's saying, "Yo, I won't dare hit any woman. I don't care how evil she is." And the G5 dude is like, even if she does this, he says, I'll choose death before
Wano.
You know what's crazy? Sticking on
He said
Sanji,
before Wano.
Pre-Wano, do we consider Sanji Vice Admiral level? The Vice Admiral face. I'm about to cook you. Go ahead and make that face. I'm about to cook you.
We're talking.
Do you consider Dressrosa and before that, 9-1, Dressrosa and before that, do you consider Sanji Vice Admiral?
Which Vice Admiral?
It don't even matter. It don't even matter. Do you consider him Vice Admiral? Yes or no?
You said before Dressrosa?
Before Wano, you can say before Whole Cake. Before Whole Cake for Wano. Before Whole Cake.
My answer has been yes a few times. I said yes maybe 4 times.
I think he beat Kobe at the time. I think he beat
Kobe. Facts. I'm talking about an enlisted Vice Admiral, not Vice Admiral on bounty. Vice Admiral on bounty. Well, this is the thing, right? So I'm glad you're saying that, ABK, right? So check this out. He fights Virgo. Vice Admiral Virgo. He fights Virgo, and then after he fights Virgo, he puts his foot down. He realizes, oh shit, my foot's hurt. The G5 member says, "Dang, do you need some first aid, boy? Do you need some first aid?" He goes, "No, I don't want nothing from y'all. Y'all my men. Only if you can get me a kiss from your captain, I don't want that." And then he thinks to himself, he's like, "Yo, if I had a full fight with Virgo, he would." This is his word specifically.
No matter what,
he would have utterly destroyed me. So Sanji's not Vice Admiral, and we don't even know what Vice Admiral level even means. We just know Virgo would have cooked that nigga if that would have been a full-on fight. He just admitted that he would have got cooked. Whatever caveat you want, the character said out their mouth themselves, so you can't convince me. I'm just letting you know now. Go ahead.
My first caveat would be I don't think we know. No matter what, how Virgo was introduced to me, didn't he have to stay at that title of vice captain to go along with his plan of being a double agent?
No, he had to earn that. He had to get to that rank. He had to climb through the ranks to get to Vice Admiral. We have no credibility. We have no credibility and knowledge to that, and we don't know if he ever actually to the point of being what's it called? Being an admiral.
Okay, that's fair. My second caveat, we know to me how Virgo was introduced to me.
You coping, ABK. You coping. Virgo wasn't vice. Wasn't vice. I don't know what he was then.
Armament hockey. We've never seen
I don't
any
remember
other
him being called
character.
vice. I could believe.
Character.
I thought he was
vice
Navy be able to full body armament like that.
What's that?
So he was already.
What's under vice admiral?
Rear admiral.
You say what?
That's what Drake is. That's what Goose is. That's what Jock is. That's what the sword men is right now.
Okay.
Listen to who you comparing him though.
To me, he was depicted as a master of armament.
I said, listen to the company.
Yeah,
We've
sure.
never seen any
other character in the show, pirate or Navy,
I don't think
be able to be in full body armament like that. So he was already.
I think all of those
bugging. Jinbei's like that. You're bugging. Jinbei did that. Pika did that, and Zoro still cut through that nigga. And then Jinbei did that shit against Uzu and Wano. Full body. Jinbei did it for a split second. That lets you know how dangerous Jinbei is. He did it for a split second.
Listen to the company you just put him with, though.
Say it again.
I said, listen to the company you just put him with, though. With that feat, Jinbei ain't no vice admiral level.
I just said Pika, but I just said Pika. That poses the range.
I think Pika's.
Hold on, let me look up a picture of who you're talking
all of
about.
those three characters are stronger than vice.
I don't know. It depends on. I think Doll. Besides Pika going in, if Doll is having a fight straight on up with Pika, I think Doll will piece Pika the fuck up.
Who is Doll?
Vice Admiral Doll. That was just on Egghead piecing
How
up
strong
giants.
do you look at Vice Admiral?
Casually?
Like, are they just like
Yeah.
hard press Cokes. I ain't gonna lie, your comebacks ain't doing it. Not for that, bro. Not for that. Sanji fans is coping.
Look up a picture
I'll
of
say
him.
this.
Listen, Vice Admiral Doll, bro. She got the whole rock star collar shit going on, short hair. Yeah, the sexy little thing. Yeah. She know. She on timing. She be on timing, bro.
Let me ask her. How strong do you look at vice admirals? Like, are they just like top notch niggas to you, or are they just kind of like a little bit above fodder, like just along with the ride?
I feel like you said vice admirals, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Like,
Right.
what we talking about?
They do as for real.
That's what I'm saying.
Captain for real, but
Is this her?
nah, I feel like some of the vice admirals really be tearing the fuck up though. Like I don't feel like they nothing to sneeze at. Like as far as like comparison.
So I remember the character. I don't remember her fighting though. I don't remember.
Lost Crew go ahead and talk to anybody.
They
They already got a
but I
submarine
remember.
because they're not fighters. They're doctors. Like they're engineers and stuff like that. They get shit done. They find out shit for you. So you know they can hold their own, but. Yeah,
No, okay.
but
I wanted to address something.
Straw Hat upon like how he's comparing Sanji to like vice admiral level.
Is this her?
Yeah, shorty right there with the little collar thing around her neck. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Admiral Doll.
So
They hold no weight. I can't say that. Frankie to me has been strong, and I wanted him to get a feat that was justifiable to that. Him one shot the vice admiral is a dope feat to me. On top of that, and then on top of Frankie doing what he did, notice Frankie didn't do that pre-Wano. He did it in the final saga. So they're showing you, Frankie's at that level now to be one shot in Vice Admiral. So, and he one shot a Vice Admiral without the radical beam. So y'all know if Frankie want to do something significant, he needs the radical beam. Or the Frankie Shogun. Frankie one shot a Vice Admiral, no radical beam, no Shogun.
Y'all know what's
You gotta give Frankie respect.
Way to kind of like rate power scale, like how quickly can you get past a piece of like, because Duncan is already strong, and I feel like even
So
like
my question for you is: are you now saying that Frankie today one side
struggling?
like, hold on, wait a minute, they're not listening.
Yeah, they're struggling.
my question for you is: are you now saying that Frankie today could one shot Sanji and Punk Hazard?
Probably.
No, I got you.
Probably, yeah. He has no Frankie before Wano gets no good fees. Doflamingo hold his ass in there. Then on top of that, look what Virgo was doing. He literally said out, bro, you could be mad at it. He said it, not me. I ran it back. I'm literally talking to my wife. I ran that shit back. She's like, why you keep replaying it? I said, I got to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. I got to make sure I'm mad I did not peep this the first time I watched this.
You missed something too.
Frankie,
no, you missed one too. Remember that, Vice
Thank
Admiral.
you.
I'm talking
Thank
about
you. Thank you.
I'm talking about
See, the thing is with the Vice Admiral,
that Admiral that Sabo put the helmet up.
Oh, the Vice Admiral.
I think the Vice. I think Sanji's a Vice. So that's why I'm trying to say, like, yo,
he probably could. See, the thing is with the Vice Admiral, they fluctuate in different range because you gotta think about it. Virgo's no slouch as a Vice Admiral. When he met Smoker, when Smoker came in to G5, he addressed Smoker as like, oh, welcome to G5, Commodore Smoker. And then after the time skip, Smoker has risen to the rank of Vice Admiral. Smoker himself, the Vice Admiral, fought against Virgo, the Vice Admiral that he had seen been a longer, bigger experience. He showed face. He did what he had to do. He beat Virgo, beat Smoker, as it should have happened. And then you literally have, you got, what's it called? And like I always tell you guys, Kobe, Bruce, shit, possibly even Drake, they're going to show you who, they're going to show you why being a Vice Admiral is significant in the story, because that's what they're going to get now. They have Vice Admiral bounties with the cross. Kajaku and Bruce are rear admirals, but with the Vice Admiral cross bounties. Kobe is a captain with a Vice Admiral bounty. I'm just saying, bro. The Vice Admirals are gonna range. We're gonna see it. We're gonna before we get to end the series with Kobe becoming an admiral, before Smoker becoming an admiral, you guys have these Vice Admirals that show you we with the shits. Just saying, bro. Literally, Saru is still a Vice Admiral.
Yeah,
her sister is a Vice. Saru's older sister is a Vice Admiral.
I'm sorry, you gotta ignore her.
That's not canon.
He said
which one?
Did you know Smoker is joining the Straw Hats by January?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not.
Okay, yeah, you gotta ignore that.
You gotta ignore that. You gotta ignore that. You gotta ignore that.
Shout out to Google.
No, I do. One thing I will say I love about Smoker is that out of all the Navy, admirals, fighters, anybody that Navy has ran into, Smoker has been the one that they have never had a full-blown confrontation with. It's always in the midst of something deeper, like with the whole crocodile incident, and he was trying to get off the island, and Dragon showed up, and all this extra shit. So it's I do feel like when they fight, they won't fight. But it's definitely not. Oh, join my team. Hell no.
Yeah, I don't want to join the team. You're a loser anyway.
He has his moments too.
Nah, you can say he's a loser, but Luffy still respects Smoker. You can say he's a loser, but Luffy still respects Smoker.
It's a very pussy ass move for him to also have a devil fruit but be walking around with that stick. Bitch, fight.
Yeah, throw them hoes.
He's a police officer with that baton.
I mean, he is. He is a police officer. He's a Navy man. Facts. I don't think nothing's wrong with that. He should have. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most Navy soldiers should have one of those off. The uniform should come with that.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Y'all need to be mass producing prison stone bullets or something. Treat that shit like kryptonite.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy because Vegapunk just did that with the motherfucking pieces. Mark Reeves, he gave them the Sea Prison Stone resin bowls. So that, you know what I mean?
Any kind of entity can be used as a weakness to kill somebody. My mind instantly goes, make that shit a bullet or try to make it a virus.
I agree. But what's the boundary hunter?
The person you dressed up as would have said if he was a real world, he'd be a cop too. So that's crazy. Zoro would be a cop. So
that's facts. You just say that.
But see, that goes into all the shit I said. Bro, you look down on me. It's okay. I want to go today. Zoro's my two favorite guys. He has.
You might talk to as well.
and then Nami's actually my third favorite.
My top 4 star hats is Luffy, Zoro, Sanji.
I don't count Luffy. I don't count Luffy.
Okay.
But I got is Zoro and Jinbei. Those are my top 2 stars. And then Nami's actually my third favorite.
I never put Nami in my top.
Brooke's last. Brooke's last. In case anyone wanted to know, Brooke is last.
Nami pisses me off too many. She's pissed me off too many times. But I'm like, I like you, but I know like you're a thief more than you're a pirate. Like at the end of the day, she's a core thief.
But no, I'm saying
she's a thief before she's a pirate. So that's
and her poster called her cat bird for a reason.
Most pirates, but this is the thing. Most pirates are human.
But no, I'm saying she doesn't have the pride.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Like you see how Luffy's all Sanji and they have that pride. They have that pride. She doesn't have that yet. She's gaining that.
She's definitely giving it like a, oh, I'm a pirate, so might as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I love you, Nami.
She just throwing that out
Episode
there.
where she lost me was always when Bellamy was picking up Zoro and Luffy, and I was like, she didn't understand what was going on. I was just like, I love you, Nami, but you gotta.
To be honest,
I mean, anything wrong with it?
Nami after the first season, like honestly, I was so married. I was like, fuck that bitch. Like, I really like forgot Nami. Like, just like knowing what's gonna happen and still watching. Like, I guess she gonna be on the crew, but I still don't like this bitch. And like, I still have a love-hate relationship with her. But that man, like, kind of like her a little more, but that little girl definitely liking the wrong people.
That is
Feel later,
That's
baby.
a fact.
Hate that little girl.
I think we talked about that before.
Fuck that.
Yeah, Zaza don't fuck with the family.
I don't fuck that fan.
You know what's crazy? That girl that was a fan of Soul Kings, she definitely would have showed him her panties if he had.
They still came back with a couple hats.
I think we talked about that before. Facts. Facts.
So, let me
That's how
ask you
familiar
this.
conversation. Okay.
Everybody was training, and this nigga went on a
I
world
think today
tour.
could defeat Smoker.
I fuck with Soul King on that note.
So,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
do you think that today's Frankie could defeat Smoker from Punk Hazard?
No, because he has no hockey.
Yeah, he can't hit. He can't hit.
He needs hockey to interact with Smoker. He's a logo. So off rip, he not doing it. If you're not a logo, it's not happening. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if you don't have the natural counter to Smoke, it's not happening.
Like at least Sanji, we can say he got
Yeah, he got arm and hockey. He can put up a fight. I mean, look.
How long that fight gonna last?
You know what's crazy? Like, you could argue that this fight between Smoker and Sanji just doesn't go anywhere. Smoke and fire, same as
Yeah, same thing.
exactly. It just don't go anywhere. And then you got his Stampede, and Stampede they had Smoker fighting with Sanji.
We don't know what side of Smoke because he don't never roll up. He'll never pull out a pack. He pulled up like
tobacco. That's tobacco.
That's tobacco.
That's tobacco. He is not like that. He is not like that. That's tobacco. Wet cigarette boy. Wet cigarette boy.
that down bad shit. But that's like a devices. Zoro's an alcoholic.
That's fact.
Okay.
For cosplayers, it's a real thing, okay? When you wear Zoro's costume, you go out, you get lost. It's happened to me like girls and girls is a real thing.
That's some shit.
You won't take any serious.
That shit is scary. Everybody kept texting me, don't get lost, don't get lost. I took a selfie with like 5 people dressed up as Where's Waldo. I was like, I think I'm really lost.
You don't know what Smoker's is right now. I guarantee Smoker right now is not the same Smoker that was ever. And how does he
Frankie does beat Smoker now. I mean, he beats Punk Hazard Smoker for facts. We don't know where Smoker's at right now. And I guarantee you Smoker right now is not the same Smoker.
And how does he hit Smoker? What are we talking about?
He still can interact with that. He doesn't have hockey. Egghead, it looked like he got a hockey. You gotta wait until we record a bit to really confirm that. You know what I'm saying?
I am dubbing that trio. Frankie, Robin,
Frankie, Robin, Brooke.
They are the forgotten trio. Oda cares way too much about the monster trio and the elite trio. They should be the competent trio, but they're the forgotten trio. They are the forgotten trio.
You know what's crazy? I keep saying, I was telling somebody don't count them out as far as fans, because and Elbath, Straw Hats just got the first three, well, elite trio plus the monster trio just got updated feats. As soon as they got to Elbath, they pulled out new shit out. They pulled new shit out their ass. But we gotta wait for Robin, Jinbei, Brook, and Frankie all to get to Elbath. When they get to Elbath, I definitely believe we're gonna get new feats from them as well.
Still doing the training for the Fishman run. Bro, ABK, you don't need to be top 10 in the verse to take out Frankie, guys. So I don't know why you said current also smoker is not coming back top 10 in the verse. Never made that claim. I never ever. Coach could back me on that. I
just wait.
Oda be hoeing them, bro. Like, we talked about this on the stream. I was like, we could have, when Robin met up with Koala, we could have been like, Koala could be like, yo, Robin, you still doing the training for the Fisherman's Run? Something. Like, y'all was like, Oda, you. Like, goddamn.
Yo, ABK, you don't need to be top 10 in the verse to take out Frankie, guys. So I don't know why you said current also smoker is not coming back top 10 in the verse. Never made that claim in my life. I've never ever. Coach could back me up on that. I vouch for smoker, but I've never made a claim that he's gonna come back top 10. I never said that. One, and then two, you don't need to be top 10 to take care of Frankie. I'm sorry.
No.
Top 20 niggas could do. Top 20, then my whole top 30 list could take care of Frankie. Like, so I don't even want to hear that. My whole top 30 list could take care of Frankie, and I have a top 30 list.
Frankie, we're not talking about Amnesia Boy for one night. We're not talking about Amnesia Boy.
You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. I promise you, he might be top 10. He might be top 10 when this is all said and done. There's a strong possibility Sabo will awaken that fruit and become top 10 by the time the story ends. Very strong.
Nah, that's fact.
He's already macking Dragon. He already he's macking Dragon in the ride. Just wait.
He's gonna forget where he's at anyway.
No, he's.
But anyway,
come on. Oda just said he's gonna. Oda even said in the 10 questions he's gonna remember way more things. Come on.
He got dementia.
Yeah, word.
He probably does.
Zaza always do that. Zaza be tripping.
I'm not tripping. Everything I say about Amnesia Boy, I feel the same way. Same way I feel about Amnesia Boy, the same way I feel about One Arm. Same way I feel about One Arm, I say the same way I feel Deadbeat Dragon. Same way.
Yeah, but Dragon not a deadbeat. Oda cleared that up in the 10 questions. You still holding on to shit.
Are you talking about Shanks?
You talking about Shanks. You talking about Shanks. But Abdul, bro. You gotta realize first is Zaza's point. The dude cleared up exactly what you're saying. He already both of the allegations you have for Dragon and Sabo, Oda cleared it up in the 10 questions. You said you're making it sound like he has dementia. Oda already said he's gonna remember a lot more than he needs to. He already said that in the 10 questions. You said he's a deadbeat. Oda already explained he disattaches himself from his son so he can save his son's life, basically, because he doesn't want his son to put him in unparalleled danger. So you're just coping really hard, Zaza. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then to ABK, why is he beating Frankie when he's one-shotting his co-workers? He just said the Vice Admirals, they range. It fluctuates. Not every Vice Admiral is the same as the other. We know that. We saw that with Virgo fighting Smoker. They're both Vice Admirals, and we got to see that. So come on, do better, guys. What are we doing?
And then when you think about it in that work environment, because you know, in Japan, a lot of times it's like, oh, senpai, this and that. So they're a senior Vice Admirals. Everybody can both be Vice Admirals.
Thank you.
Some people been doing it longer.
That's exactly what I explained. When like I said, when Smoker gets to G5, Virgo addresses him as Commodore Smoker, and then after the time skip, we learn he's Vice Admiral Smoker. So he went up in rank. He achieved some shit and went up in rank. That don't make him as strong as Virgo, who's been a Vice Admiral from the time he was a Commodore before the time skip. The nigga been a Vice Admiral, so you got to give him some credit. Just saying,
that's
the Vice Admiral's range.
why.
You gonna have the dude that got one shot is not Doll. Doll didn't get
That's
one
why I
shot.
believe
Doll ran
Sandy
from the giant,
Punk
the
has an
warrior
area
giant shit
around Vice Admiral
and
level. I
piece
feel like
the
he
fuck
needs
up
to
out
build.
some giants, bro. We gotta chill. We gotta chill. We gotta chill. Doll is showing out.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
He
Rockstar
needs the
lifestyle
majority
might
of
not
them.
make it. You heard?
That's why I believe Sandy Punk
Yeah.
Hazard area is still around
Yeah,
Vice
yeah.
Admiral level.
I
So,
say
like,
he's.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
he's mid. I
I
think he's.
agree.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
he's. I
It
think
felt
he's
like it,
mid
but
to
I
high
wasn't sure
tier
how long you
Vice
want to
Admiral.
down that
I was
hill.
just saying, if like I said, if he fought Smoker, it would be a
That boy
stalemate
Virgo is
fight,
disagree.
and that's the Vice Admiral. You feel me?
That's all
yeah,
I need to know. Yeah.
I was just trolling. You know what I mean?
it felt like it, but I wasn't sure
I had to get
how
my
long you
Sanji
want to
fans
down that.
riled up. You feel me?
That's cool.
Oh yeah, because at the
Yeah,
same time,
that boy
shit, Law
Virgo
was
a
losing
different
to
breed.
Virgo for a
My
minute.
boy
So yeah, we
Gooper said,
can't.
"Dog
Let's
can
not
one
even.
shot me." You
Let's
feel
not
me?
do that.
I hear you, gang. I hear you. I hear you, gang.
Her and that stupid ass whipping.
I mean, he had his heart.
Glasses. I'll punch it in
Oh
the
yeah,
throat.
because at the same time, shit, Law was losing to Virgo for a minute. So yeah, we
No,
can't.
no, no, no,
That's right.
no, no.
They ain't
You
that
got
sorry.
that
He ain't that
wrong.
sorry. Yeah, he's right.
You got that all the way wrong. Law, Virgo,
I mean,
Doflamingo
he
even
had his
told
heart.
That's what I
Virgo.
said.
Yeah,
And
he
Law
Dof,
was
Dof,
definitely getting jumped.
yeah, Doflamingo
Yeah.
told Virgo. He said, "Yo, I know this might be hard for you, but you gotta
Yeah,
take out
for
Law
sure.
because he knows
Sure.
how." Even when the whole arc of Punk Hazard, Doflamingo's like, "Yo, I get Law's doing his damn thing, but the Straw Hat's supposed to be upstart to pack them the fuck up." But he understood why Law is that nigga the whole time,
Yeah, for sure.
and then Law even told Virgo. I'm so glad I just watched this all today. Law just told Virgo. He said, "Yo, if I get my heart back, you know I'm defeating
Yeah,
you
yeah, fact.
easily." Like he told him that verbatim, like easily. Virgo's like, Mr. Virgo squeezed the heart, had a nigga panicking.
Yo,
You know what I'm
think
saying?
about it. Once he got his heart, Law was not even. He just
Yeah,
pulled out
yeah,
his
He
fact.
one
sword.
shot him. He one shot him. That's a one shot.
What?
Yeah, you're right.
That's a one.
That's a one shot. If you ain't never seen a one
Oh,
shot
fact.
before,
No, yeah,
that's a
fact.
one shot.
Shoot, that one movie he did on Doflamingo, low key. If it wasn't for his devil fruit, he would have been dead.
True. Yeah, you're right.
Because
Gamma Knife
he
would have
shut
cooked.
down
Gamma Knife would have
all
cooked
of
him.
his internal organs.
Oh, fact.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
yeah,
fact.
yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, I look back. I hate that
Crazy.
so much, but Law was so erratic. But I get why he was erratic when it came to Flamingo. Flamingo was just like a menace to him. He's like, "Yo, Law, how you feel about this? Law, how you feel about this?" And Law was supposed to be calm and correct. Sanji called him out. He's like, "Yo, aren't you think you doing a little too much?"
ABK says
He's like,
Virgo
"Yo,
was still alive.
mind your business." I was like, he emotional. He about to lose. He emotional. And guess what? He lost his arm. I was like, emotional niggas do that type of shit all the time.
Virgo should be.
ABK says Virgo was still alive, by the way. I was actually having this conversation in PDA Law's Discord server, and I was definitely on the line.
He was useless at that point.
I was definitely on the line of Virgo should. We see Dolphy joining the Cross Guild, just how we see Crocodile, who's always normally parallel to Doflamingo. We should see how Crocodile still has his one right hand man. We should still see Doflamingo with his right hand man, and as Law said, Virgo was Doflamingo's right hand man. So I would like to see Doflamingo come back into the picture, join the Cross Guild.
They said Virgo Monet.
No, they say Monet died. Caesar stabbed her hard.
Think there's really a Dofy joining anything that he's
Hell
not
yeah.
in charge of?
Doflamingo will join anything to get power back.
Doflamingo is definitely joining the Cross Guild. You don't think so? I'm not gonna hold you. Doflamingo, he knows too much. They're literally trying to assassinate him while he's
Because
in
he knows too much on the
He
government.
knows too much. We can't just get rid of him. No way. And then I do believe for chapter 0, the five warlords that were at Roger's execution, I do believe all 5 of them are gonna join out in the Cross Guild. We got 3 already. We just need 2 more. So, and Moria they already said, Oda already released sketches of him saying Corona was going to join the Cross Guild. Corona just went and got him. So she's joining the Cross Guild. Who do you think she bring? I'm just saying, come on, man. I'm just saying.
They gonna bring Hawk back too?
That's crazy.
Liability.
They all crack. Charles Gill characters all
like
crash
that.
out. They all crash out.
I feel
I'm with
like
that.
Mihawk just wants something to do.
What do you? I've succeeded in life. What do you want me to do? I've achieved the ultimate goal.
Bro, he's a top 5 character. We gotta talk about him.
I've achieved the ultimate goal.
Bro, you have to stop. You know what's crazy?
What are you talking about?
I've achieved the
Come on,
ultimate
Mihawk.
goal. Zaza,
The guy who's been called clairvoyant.
That's what it is.
The guy who's been called clairvoyant in data book statements, you're gonna call him lazy eye.
that's what happens when you that nigga. When
Hawkeye.
you achieve your goal.
Naturally, we're not like because you don't like Shanks and they like besties.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what happens. You strong.
That's what happens when you achieve your goal.
So what you're trying to say is that he's suffering from success.
That's suffering.
That's what you're saying. That's what
What
happens
would
when
you
you're
have him
strong.
do
You get
if
lazy,
he's already
so you're
achieved
suffering
his
from
greatest
success.
goal?
That's what you guys are saying.
I'm already the world's
I'll take
greatest
that.
swordsman. What should I be doing right now, Zaza? All these years.
Understand you doing nonsense right now.
Exactly. I'm waiting on him to develop so I can
You have
get
him
him.
do if he's already achieved his greatest goal. I'm already the world's greatest swordsman. What should I be doing right now?
He waiting for his parlay to hit. He waiting for Zoe.
Exactly. I'm waiting for lazy enough so I can get
Zaza, what should he have been doing all these years if he already achieved his goal? What should he
You
do?
want to do your little scouts and all that other stuff.
But you can't even get a substitute.
Get the fuck off. Get the fuck out. Hey, come sit your ass on
Zaza,
the
what should he have been doing
Crazy.
all these years if he already achieved his goal?
Do something else, bro.
What's good,
I'm
man?
just saying.
But you can't even
something else.
give me a substitute.
Something else.
No, Zaza normally doesn't have defenses for these claims. He just really don't fuck with these niggas, bro.
crazy.
This is ops. Zaza got all the ops in the world. What's good, Wayne?
good,
Glad to see you tuning in. What's good, Wayne?
Go sit your ass on the bench. He, outside of Moria, was the worst guy in that Marine. Nothing of note. Nothing of note.
First of all,
I'm honestly
don't
just more so
say
just
it like
confused
it
right now. I'm
was
trying to like
all the
understand
villains
his
doing their
claim.
own shit, either not doing nothing
I don't-
or doing their own
Yo,
thing.
Coach, I'm surprised you're not giving him the energy you was giving Reed, bro. Like, what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. It's really just a bias.
I'm honestly
state.
just more so just confused right now. I'm trying to like understand his claim.
Oh no,
Stop that. Stop that. Stop
yeah,
that.
there's no claim.
Number
Like,
two
if you
swordsman
bring
in
up
the
Shanks
world.
versus
Stop
Mihawk,
that.
he
He's the
wants to kill
number
him
two.
both. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
Zaza.
what it's really just a bias.
He's up there. He's that dude.
Who the fuck is Vista?
Stop that.
You
Stop
gotta
that.
chill.
This is
Exactly.
the
You gotta
number two
chill.
swordsman in the world. Stop
You got
that.
it. You got
He's
it.
the
You
number
gotta
two.
chill.
Because he
That
lazy.
Not number two.
That doesn't
He's
make
up
sense.
there.
He's up there.
Not number
He's
two.
that dude.
Number two
You
right
don't
now. I
acknowledge
got
the
Fuji.
Papa
I got Fuji
Mihawk
as
slander,
number two
okay?
swordsman.
I don't.
Definitely put Fuji over Lazy Eyes. At least Fuji's
That
actually
doesn't
doing
even
some
make
shit.
sense.
Lazy
That
Eyes
doesn't make
on the
sense.
bench.
Yeah, I don't
That's
put
really
nobody
nobody
else.
else.
When we talk swordsmanship, I don't put nobody.
He's
I
like
put
a
Shanks.
Russell Reason.
You could say Shanks equals Mihawk,
Yes.
but as far as we're gonna say like people that are under, I think Fuji's like right there with him. You know what I'm saying?
Zaza, there's literally
Vista is a
nobody
Mihawk
else.
rival. Yo, Vista is stated in his Viver card to have incredible swordsmanship. Like that shit. And he's the chief of staff of the Whitebeard Crew. In his division on the Whitebeard Crew is the division that trains swordsmen. He's the only swordsman division. Even when Batch had a sword and was the number 4 division commander, he said, "Nah, the 5th division commander, he's better than me, bro." So you gotta shit on.
I'm surprised you knew what my name
The part
was.
about him being lazy, I do understand wanting him to do more because we would all love some Mihawk action. I know, but please cease with the slander, okay? We love some Mihawk.
He's not gonna
I don't.
stop. You say you tell him to stop, and he continues. He ups the ante.
I don't. Lazy Hawkeyes. That's what I call lazy. The motherfucker sits on the island, has nothing to his name. He's lazy. That's why he's not on the final chapter. When they go about their final people, he not on it. You know why? Because he lazy. They're like, fuck that motherfucker. What?
I feel like ABK trying to troll me right now. He said Fuji Glaze never made sense to me, especially his
He's
non-existent
definitely
sword.
trying to
Yeah, he's trying to troll me. Do we not see how?
facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. Do we not see how Fuji even calls down meteors? You barely even see the sword draw. What are we talking about? We're not about to do this. We're not about
Let
to
it
do
go.
this.
Let
Yeah,
it
we're
go.
not.
He
But I'm not even gonna
definitely
get into it.
frivolously using those meteorites. Like he just be calling them hoes. Like we get it. We get
Fuji
Name
is
like that.
there.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's if you mad about Fuji Glaze, here is not the place to be. ABK.
That's a great point.
You know what time I'm on for Fuji Toro, bro. Top admiral in this. So I'm not hearing it. Name a show where there's been a blind samurai or a blind fighter, period, and that nigga won.
That's a great point.
I'm just saying,
even in
the Boondocks, bro. Grandpa had to go train to fight fucking blind sleep eater, bro. What are you talking about? Even in the
That whole was
Boondocks, you get
hard.
the shit right. I'm just saying, bro.
That was
You
hard.
don't underestimate. Talk about Toph, Daredevil. I could go down the
Even
list.
in
Have you seen the last two John Wick movies?
A whole new
That whole was hard.
Did you see the John Wick movies?
Yeah.
The blind nigga is never to be slept on. If you sleep on the blind nigga, there's a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Your interpretation on things.
Even
I'm
in
not gonna lie to you.
even in Mob Psycho, the blind nigga was cold as fuck.
Y'all get me out here shouting some bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I'm rolling up right now. I'm trying to concentrate on you.
Fuji as Shank's victim is hilarious.
I can't say that.
That was heat. I remember that.
This nigga Shank said, hey, he said, this is a family matter. I need you to back down. My nigga Fuji said, if I could back down, I would still have my ice. I said, hold
one arm.
That was heat.
Hold the fuck.
I remember that.
That was cold. That was cold-blooded. That was
Just cause
cold-blooded.
and effect. You fuck around, you're gonna find out. Sometimes, and I think that's the worst part about being an admiral. You don't have, like, pirates get the choice to take tail and run. Even if they hire for a job, you might get
like one arm does.
You might get killed later. You might be on the run. You a pirate. You already on the run. But when you at a marine, you saw when they tried to run and Akainu was like, "What the fuck is y'all doing? Like, get back
kill
there."
you right now.
Like, bro, my first injury as a marine, I'm milking that hoe. I'm dead. I'm on the ground. It is over KO. It's just the mob marine. I just need to
We know because one arm runs all the time. He ran from Blackbeard, he ran from everybody. You know?
Of course, he's going to get Hold on real quick, guys. ABK, of course he didn't get mentioned in the OP fan. That was done at the time of Marineford. Fuji was nowhere to be found. Come on, bro. Do better. Do better, guys. You gotta do better.
Fucking sucks. I hated that episode, bro.
That was hard.
You're the only one I know that hated that.
It was the message behind it that was sweet. It's people that not everybody knows thinks of the Straw Hats as like villains or bad guys, and it's genuinely fuck the Marines. I started to keep count, but then it's so many times I lost count.
No, I like the buddy part of it, but I couldn't do that. I was like, yo, if someone put this little girl in the fucking chest and rip up that little paper.
She was being grown.
Raging out.
You want to get grown man consequences. Like the fuck.
It's given
somebody kick that little girl in the fucking chest, my bro. You on some Sabo shit. You don't discriminate. I see you hating these boy, but you on his timing right now. You on his timing.
Maybe how much you don't like that episode?
Batman Prime knows no gender.
Yo, Batman, my favorite villain. So Batman, my favorite superhero. So
heavy antagonist.
Baby K says, how the fuck you don't like that episode? So not a One Piece fan for real.
What you think if I'm not One Piece fan? Hated that shit, bro.
Zaza's one of a kind. I'll tell you that much.
There's two types of One Piece fans: the whimsical ones that enjoy the nostalgia and love the fan letter, and the other ones that's like, this could be used for another episode. And then twisted. Now we got
this other shit. I literally one night. Shut your ass up. Right now.
I love that episode.
But now I have to listen.
I don't see how you don't like that.
Couldn't get through that episode. I literally
that was fire.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I replayed the Marineford run in the beginning when Kizaru and Marco and Vista just on the screen going crazy. I replayed that shit like 5 times.
I don't like that part at least.
Yeah, word. That shit was crazy, bro.
Which one?
The intro to the One Piece fan letter. Before we get to talking about the little kids when it's like the Marineford shit.
How's it look?
With Marco and Kizaru. That shit look crazy.
Did y'all watch any of the episode remakes?
Yeah,
yet.
I've seen the first episode, and then I seen like little highlights of that episode.
How's it look?
Fishman
I'm glad it doesn't seem like they're redoing each episode. It seems like they're just redoing the season and like shrinking it into like a movie.
Yeah, they're shrinking it. They're cutting down. They are. If I had to be fair, I think they cut out 15 episodes out of the actual arc. They shortened it and congested what they got going on with it. So, yeah, I think remaster is necessary though. It looks good.
Page 2.
Fishman Island was tough, especially with that little shit.
I wanted to know if the animation would be worth it.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been watching it on Instagram. I've been watching it on Instagram. Maybe so I can send you the page that actually comes.
Yeah, send me the page too. I want to check out the episode. So, I want to know if the animation would be worth it.
It's all right.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's not like crazy animation. All they did was darken the tint of the people's skin a little bit and just rendered it. It looks like they just rendered it better. That's all it did. Like it's like when you do a song and then you mix and master it. They just mix and mastered it better. That's all.
Yeah.
A lot of people said, like some of my friends was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just watch the little shrink version," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, but it's not the same. Like from the pre-time skip to the post-time skip, it's just something about the change in animation that lets you know, like, okay, this is an evolution period." So it's just something about it we see, and plus the post, nothing will ever beat the post-time, the pre-time skip humor. That shit was funny. Them niggas was funny as fuck.
Yeah. But they realized the world's serious. Like, I love that. Like, it was happy and joyful pre-time skip, and then they realized, yo, this shit's serious. Even Luffy isn't as goofy as he once was, because that's why I would say Ace dying was pivotal for him.
His development. He needed it. He had a Spider-Man moment. Everybody gets one. I'm sorry.
This is when people told me Ace didn't need to die.
He
did. It made no sense to me. I was like, Ace needed to die.
Especially
for him to learn an actual lesson, Ace had to die. That's why I'm gonna kill him.
Because Luffy was just as impulsive and hot-headed as Ace because they grew up together and he died with him. So once Ace died, and like before them losing his crew, thinking they were gone, and they find out they're not, they're trying to go save your brother, and not being able to save your brother.
That's the point I bring. That's the point I bring every time.
Like
he thought he would have learned the lesson. He would have learned the lesson if his crew was actually dead. But the problem was he found out, you know what, I'm good. So it must mean my niggas must be good.
Yeah.
So what do you do to actually teach him the lesson? He just escaped. He just finessed. Kill his brother.
Loses, and his brother is his compass in life. That's the thing that shattered him. People don't understand. Sakazuki broke. I don't think we've ever had a villain that broke the main character way Akainu did Luffy. That's why I fuck with Akainu heavy.
You could see it in the scene where the crew disappeared and he started grabbing at the dirt and like had a little temper tantrum. That was like a crack. But once Ace died, clearly see his pupils was gone, wasn't listening to Gene Bay. That meant listen, don't. Maybe I say Ace deserved to die. Maybe not the way he did.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Not the way that he did, but because it's the way that he did deserve to die. Absolutely. Over your Betty joke? No, sir.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like, everybody missed
He was a true hero.
He was bitching and crying about how he didn't want to die when he was on the podium. He got free and then still chose to die.
Yeah. Basically.
He deserve it. And then they should have kept it mean.
So Zaza,
I was genuinely getting it. I was
legitimate
I'm like, where
question
is
for you
he during all this? I know he.
Let's hypothetically say Sabo never killed
And then boom, amnesia.
Who's worthy enough in this show to get that devil?
So Zaza,
How
Zaza,
Stop it.
Zaza.
Stop it. It wouldn't have hit the same. It wouldn't have hit the same. Because when
Let's hypothetically say Sabo never came back.
exactly,
Who's worth
it's not going to hit the same. When we see Sabo take on
Any
Akino
other of the
at the end game,
we did
that's
not
gonna
need
be
to be amnesia
Stop
boy.
it.
when
We
we
did not
see
need to be
Ace's
same.
crew,
We had no info on any of the Revs at the
Exactly.
point in time for
Exactly.
you to say that.
It's not going to hit the same. When we see Sabo take on Akainu for the end game, that's going to hit different. When we see Ace's crew defeat Sabo, it's going to hit different.
I would say if there was any member of the Straw Hats that I could tolerate having it, I would say Sanji.
No, I don't.
I would have gave it. I'm gonna be real with you. I would have
deserving.
gave
I'm
it to
saying based
Usyk.
on his skill set, he
Yeah.
could probably utilize it better.
You're right, because he already has flaming
And then,
foot, so he already kind
you
of has
know,
it.
he's a chef, so that food's gonna be ready all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's the same logic of giving Zeus to Nas.
That's just, yeah,
Sabo
it
being
had to
there
be
doesn't make
somebody
sense.
in a
Sabo
strong
being
place.
there. And Ninja Boy being there doesn't make sense, bro.
How?
You're in the revolutionary. You would have heard about Ace. Kuma was a fucking shit you guy. He would have heard about
But you're
Ace.
missing the
Didn't hear
point,
about
though, Zaza.
Ace
Zaza,
dying just causing
no. He heard about Ace. He didn't. It wasn't enough to ring a bell. What made him remember Ace is the whole line. Sakazuki being the one that take him out, because Sakazuki's name is reminiscent of the same sake cups that he was sipping out of. It was the headline itself and how they worded it and put it together that rung a bell in Sabo's head. You get what I'm saying? He remembered he remembered sipping sake with his brother. Like, he remembered the toast, and then that's
Not trying to hear.
he don't have to. Oda said it. Like, Oda already said this is what made it happen. So he's just
Oda, but that's
coping, bro. This is all cope. This is all cope, bro.
That's
all cope.
That's stupidity.
You know the
That's
Draco videos where he says cope harder.
Lazy,
That's
that's
who he has.
lazy,
He's
right?
coping harder. Right
You just wanted to. If you told me you wanted to give Luffy your brother with just saying you wanted, I'd be fine with that. Don't give me all this. Yo, no, fuck that. That's you just want to give Luffy. I'm fine with that.
Even
that's
in the Ace novel, right? Even in the Ace novel, Ben Beckman says Ace, I don't think he's a good pirate. All the things he wants to do suits a revolutionary. Then you have Ace die, and a revolutionary gets his fruit. I'm just saying, it Oda Ben kind of put this. You gotta pick up what he's putting down, gang. You gotta pick up what he's putting down. You feel me? You just coping, Zaza, like, so it's okay.
I'm not coping. This shit just
coping,
ridiculous.
You're coping. You're super.
Oda just wanted to put him in the story. If you want to put him in the story, cool, go ahead. But don't give me all this polluted nonsense, bro. Fuck out of here.
I agree.
And he's golden, but no. You reached on that one, and it's okay. Just say you reached.
Okay.
That's all.
ABK facts, poetic shit over Ace all time. I agree.
Wasted potential.
Let me see.
What's up?
Chief Jane is saying she's hearing the rumors about Usopp dying in Elbaf.
Usopp can't die before he's dead. That's one.
If he don't tee up, it was gonna happen regardless. Like, they getting into the shit. He gotta do better.
I know Coach probably waiting until he die.
The opposite. Usopp can't die before.
Why would it die? Why would Usopp die?
He can't die until
before he needs
to
death.
And if he do,
the thing is because we don't know what entails. We don't know what entails being a brave warrior in the sea, and being a noble sacrifice is a brave thing to do. So you never know. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I can understand where the theories are coming from. As a theorist myself,
the crazy thing is, I'm not even thinking about how Usopp dying. We're like, oh, Usopp, no. It's more like Chopper is gonna feel so bad because he's
gonna like you need a character.
and it's just
Sure, you're offended.
Tight shit.
But then it don't matter who died. He's gonna feel like that regardless because he's the ship's captain. I mean, doctor.
Zaza, how many people do you not like in the series? Every name we bring up, you're like, yo, fuck this nigga.
I literally just named my top 4. Never liked the Insecure Crackhead. I've never liked the Insecure Crackhead.
You talk about Shane, it's a no-go. We talk about Mihawk, it's a no-go. We talk about Dragon, it's a no-go. We talk about South Park, it's a no-go. We talk about Chopper.
baby him.
Yeah, he
get him in his books. He ain't going no. Lock him in the house because he got kidnapped.
Yeah, and y'all stop taking the
From mom's perspective, you understand it, but like realistically, if Luffy's mom was there, that whole pirate shit would have been out the window. She probably wouldn't even want him to be a Navy admiral like Garp did anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
That's right.
I agree. Yeah, moms are the joy killer to Avenger. Most moms are, you know. Shout out to mothers.
You could at least silhouette her. You could give something.
He said at least silhouette her.
Damn, bro. Like,
hey, bro, that's why Nami's adopted mom had to go, because
he had to kill Bellemere.
You know, it's like anime artists, it's like manga creators just be like, this bitch care too much. She gotta go.
Nah, you might be right. That might be the thought.
She most definitely did that with Karina. He was like,
oh, good, Jeremiah.
She's gonna care about Naruto now. This nigga needs trauma in his life. Kill it.
Hey, Zoro got it fresh. This bitch died. They didn't even show her face. I feel like it's some kind of conspiracy behind her death. I feel like his best friend died for a different reason. She fell in the steps.
I think they explained how Zoro's mom died. I gotta go back and look at the Viva card. Zoro's mom, they do give information about her. They show us her face, and her name is. It's crazy because I was just talking about this with Ree. Not Ree, with Trip. Me and Trip were talking about this, and it's what would we call Luffy's commanders? Like how is the Sweet Commanders, the lead performers? What would you call Luffy's? Well, think about this. Sanji's mom is named Sora, and Sora means sky, so it makes him the son of the sky. Zoro's mom's name is Terra, and Terra means earth, which makes him the son of the earth. Jinbei is already known as the first son of the sea. So it's kind of like everything that lives under the sun god. Everything that's under the sun, first son of the sea, first son of the sky, first son of the earth. That's how it's looking like. I would be down with that. I ain't gonna hold you. That's fire.
I like that.
I like how anime names always have some kind of deeper meaning, like a correlation of sorts, like how all Dragon Ball Z character names like have a correlation, like Bulma's families is named after undergarments. Saiyans are named after vegetables.
Yeah, thanks.
I guess I was up there wilding with this hate. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, your hate is unmatched, unparalleled. Like, remember when Itachi yoked up Sasuke? He said, "You don't have enough hate." You do. You do, my guy. You do.
Like, all right,
Itachi would be proud, bro.
He said, "Your vengeance is complete, my boy."
Yes,
my thing is one arm. It's always the too cool for school. Like, I gotta do this. But you only bully people that you know you better than. Like, I don't care for that, bro. Like, I don't care for that. Like,
Coach like that.
Situation.
I don't care for that. I don't care for that. I don't care for that. Like. You know you better than the kid, but then you can take him out. That's when you want to look serious. That's when you walk in and all that other bullshit.
If he wouldn't have done it, Kid was about to blow up all them shits. So it was either him or them.
You could have done it before.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You prepared to kill me, so why can't I be prepared to kill you?
That's true.
You weren't even there. Bro. Like I said, you too cool for school. Like, yo, he was like, oh, Kid coming? Oh, now I don't want to move. Anyone else coming? Nah, I'll come. I'll be there when everything's already done. I'll come and show up with Blackbeard when he already got the fruit. He already did his thing.
I gotta disagree with that because right now Shanks he's looking for this nigga Blackbeard. Like he's looking for this nigga. He went to Wano because he thought he was gonna be there. Then when he's attacking Kid, he's like, "Yo, y'all got any word on Teach? Like, I know we gonna cook this little nigga, but where's Teach? Like, that's the one I'm trying to chef him out quick.
Why don't you go after him earlier?
He wanted to fight. He wanted to fight because he had a choice between you either go and fight Shanks or you can go and get the poneglyphs and find the One Piece and become the Pirate King. No, you want to go fight Shanks? Enjoy your death. He chose that. He made his own bid.
Right.
Signed it.
Yeah, he did.
Fine, but like I said, Shanks a bully. Shanks a front runner. He's a front runner. That's all he is. He's a front runner. He's one of those dudes he's better than everyone else, and he only goes at people he knows he's better than. Because why he wait for Kaido and Big Mom to be taken out the pier before I go after One Piece? I talk about this shit all the time.
I don't think he's waiting on.
Is it being lazy or is it being strategic? Because if you already know everybody is gunning after this one thing, and then everybody's gunning after each other, what use would my involvement be if they just gonna take each other out?
You top 4.
No. Zaza, we talked about this before though. I told you I personally feel like I talked about this with you, and I talked about this with Reed.
I know you have.
Shanks only made a move. It had nothing to do with Kaido and Big Mom being out the picture. It had all to do with Luffy being ready, like Gear 5 ready. This is the same fruit that this guy stole from the world government ship himself. And now that he sees that Luffy's full-fledged what he needs to be to do this Gear 5, bro, he sees that Nika form, he's like, okay. And think about it. He would know about the Nika form because he spends time on where? Elbaf. So he knows about the fables. He knows about the stories that are said about Gear 5 or about Sun God Nika. So now that he sees what's going on with it, he's like, okay, bet. Now we make a move because we know it's up for this One Piece shit that's going on. Gear 5 is going to play a big role in it. That's damn near Joy Boy. That was his fruit. So you know what I mean? Like I think it has all to do with Luffy being ready and less to do with Big Mom and Kaido being out the picture. Because if Luffy would have been ready,
if Luffy would have been lazy, but they both waiting on their parlays. That's all.
They both lazy.
That's it. Yeah, they waiting on their parlays. Facts. I like how she put it.
Both lazy. Anyway, Nika, you know I love you. You know I love your takes, and you know I respect the heavy. And this is not towards you, but there is not a goddamn day that I don't wait for Blackbeard to kill this nigga one arm so I can fucking celebrate. So I can celebrate. Because being too cool for school, being the strongest kid, and I don't want to do anything, I have no patience for those type of characters. It's why I like Gojo, but I never really fuck with him like that. That too cool for school, I'm always this. I can't fuck with it like that.
Gojo perspective, I understand that because that shit is annoying. But they don't show it off as much as Gojo do. Like Gojo quite literally talking shit. They just
Gojo be showing up.
Like, okay, know your face.
Gojo be showing up.
The Kakashis, like I don't like characters like that. I can't.
Kakashi fuck with well, I ain't never gonna act like he was too cool. He definitely did, but he ain't never stepped up more than enough times.
Nah, he
probably should have stepped up in that whole Sasuke incident, but we gonna let it slide.
He was an asshole on that shit. I'm
tried. He just was always too fucking late.
That's because he got that Sharingan out the mud quite literally.
First of all, he was dumb because remember when Naruto and Sasuke first fall on the rooftop? How the fuck you can go to a kid who's 12 and go, hey, I know what you listen, let go of that revenge. I'm like, bro, you not even explaining anything. He's like, yeah, I've lost everyone too. Goodbye. Bro, you suck at your job. You suck at your job at being a teacher, bro.
Man, Zaza, that's a W take.
I agree with Zaza on that take. Every time I watch that moment, I said, Kakashi, this speech does nothing for Sasuke. Just want you to know.
He is angry. You
if we being honest though, the Elite Village ain't had no real good role models. Like Aruka Sensei was not a good role model. Like
no.
What's up, Blue in the chat? And I agree with that last take ABK just gave. If Shanks would have made a move sooner, the story would have been ended for better or worse. Because I think
it almost ended a lot. The story almost ended with what he almost cut off Luffy's head on that
for school. He only
exactly, but who saved Luffy in that moment? When Luffy exactly right. Big Draco. Stop playing. Big Draco, stop playing.
Question for you.
I don't even hate Deadbeat Dragon. I just hate Deadbeat. That's all I said.
I felt that.
I have no problem with Deadbeat Dragon, but I think sometimes with Deadbeat Dragon, your focus is fucking weird. Like I'm like, you going after Celestial Dragon's food, but you know they're assholes. All they're gonna do is just go after other people's supplies. So now you're inconveniencing other people because you're trying to take out the Celestials. I'm like, bro, that's not what you should be doing. But whatever you gotta do, bro. Whatever you gotta do.
You don't.
Like,
you don't hate Dragon, but you also don't respect him.
No, I just don't think some of the moves he makes are the best. I think like he's such a brooder where he's just like, oh no, I think and he don't really listen to people. I think that's what him and Luffy have in common. They don't listen to anyone. But I think that's just the D trait. I just think that's what that is.
If you get on Dragon's ass for leaving that one campsite though, and that was the right move to just leave. When,
that was the shit with Teach. Yeah.
That was the whole move. That was the whole move.
That was the right move to leave. I don't need to fight anymore. I got 1,000 slots.
You lost.
Crazy. Go. My question for you was: you said earlier that now Shanks is actively looking for Blackbeard. What do you think he's gonna do when he finds him? Why do you think he's looking for Blackbeard?
Talk to him. Hey, you gave me these scars. I just want to know. I still think about this.
He said that nigga. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I got shaky impact.
These scars were the worst things that ever happened to my life. Shut your whole ass up, bro. Get out my face.
Okay. All right.
I got Teach spanking Shanks. Whether it's underhanded tactics or not, I got Teach spanking Shanks.
I do too. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I agree.
He actually has to kill him.
I feel like there's going to be a third party intervention for some reason.
It's going to be Katakuri. Facts. It's going to be Katakuri. Because
it can't never just be Shanks and another nigga. Like, it's clearly, it's always going to be
Charlotte Katakuri. It's going to be him because they already showed Katakuri helping the Red Hair Pirates in film Red, and Shanks noted it, and we know how the movies bleed into the canon. So the best way to parallel that is while Shanks is going at it with Blackbeard, Katakuri pulls up to get his sister. So however that happens and they intertwine, it's gonna happen. But I definitely, Blue said I will attend Shanks' funeral.
Thank you, Blue.
I didn't even know there was a Shanks hate in the world. Jeez, you learn something new every day.
I don't care. I don't care for the too cool for school actors, man. Like, I don't care for those types. It's why I don't like. I hated All Might. I hate All Might. Can't stand it. Can't stand All Might.
ABK, I don't think Shanks needs help from anybody necessarily. I just have it being a big coincidence of timing when Shanks is going at it with Blackbeard, most likely probably in a neutral territory, but more befitting for Blackbeard. It would make sense to have Katakuri pull up, and even if he doesn't actually full on help Shanks, he does something to kind of thwart off that threat, that immediate threat, possibly. So that might be the way he escapes death, And he probably takes the defeat, takes the L, but he might not actually die. But I don't know if Shanks is actually going to die. But I would like him to. But let's see if Oda's actually going to go that far.
So I bring this up because when we was on Restream, we were talking about how Shanks is a hypocrite and all these other slanderous words. Such my guy I was there. He made 30 times. And
that's the night I fell asleep on stream because Zaza just kept slandering and my head couldn't take it no more. I tapped out. Right?
We all heard crazy. We were talking about how Shanks always talks to the Gurusei, and we hypothesized he could be speaking to the Gurusei about Blackbeard when he says, "I want to talk about a certain pirate." My thing was saying,
"Because you a hoe.
Why not go get Blackbeard?" And he's calling out destruction so long ago. Why wait? And then Ree was saying, because Shanks is a peacekeeper. Nope. Shanks, that's not the type of time he's on, blah, 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 blah. Blah. And you find his statements as well. I'm trying to figure out.
I'm about to say that's true, though. I was just about to say that the peace thing is true.
Okay, cool. If all of that is true, why are you going to get him now? Why are you looking for him now?
He wanted to stop him from getting, from harming the new generation, and I'm guessing getting those poneglyphs. That's what I would guess.
Yeah, years ago. Why now?
Now would make more sense to do it. For him, now would make more sense to do it because everything, the stakes are high.
Only when it benefits him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It makes more sense to do it.
I never disagree with that part, Zaza. It's the one arm deadbeat slander shit that I go on about.
That's all it is.
You're right on that point. He does it when it benefits him. Yeah, now's the time because it suits my agenda. So now's the time. I fully agree. hating on
So,
MC, hating on
so
the MC's role
Why can't
model.
we just look at it as a strategic point? Because if you're
no.
a captain, there's no point in me involving me and my crew in all of this frivolous danger when I could just let it take care of itself and play out and then go capture the piece. Like, this is chess.
Okay,
Thinking
cool.
from a strategic perspective, he's making the right move. But I do understand the whole being a peacekeeper thing and like how his moments, like when he was in a bar with Luffy and he didn't want to fight that guy and stuff like that. And
You know what
I
it
get
is?
that. That's the kind of stuff that make you feel like he's a bully by picking on people that can't beat him, but he don't do that. He only comes for people that come for him. Otherwise, he chilling.
Hey, look, see, and that's the thing that's eating them alive about the Shanks point, and I'm not mad that it's eating them alive about it, but Shanks only goes after the threat that warrants him. You know what I'm saying? If it's not something that's super threatening to him, he's not gonna do it. He got scarred by Teach back in the day, and then he got to the point where he's even going to Whitebeard telling him, chill, bro. Don't go call Ace back. Don't go. I mean, don't go doing that. His whole objective is to keep the peace. That's literally what he's called in World to Laptail. He's called Peacekeeper. That's legit his thing. So he's not gonna just go out of nowhere and just start wars because it's something to do. You see what I'm saying? Like,
and then when you think about it, Luffy kind of applies the same logic. Like, we all call him, liberating islands and stuff like that. This nigga say all the time, I'm not in this for this hero shit. I just had something to gain from this situation.
Exactly. Like one of my crew members cares that much, and I care about my crew member, so I'm going to help them as a crew member. When Frankie gets on the phone and says, yo, what these Kansada people are going through here in Dressrosa, and what this whole kingdom's going through, we gotta do something. And he's crying to him. He's like, you know what? My dog crying. I'm a good captain. I'm gonna fault my dog.
That's just some stranger washed up, and it was like, oh, this guy's probably a villain or a bad guy. His armor's made out of sea prism stone. Chopper. I want to heal this guy. Well, fuck it, let's heal him.
I'm talking about Z.
Yeah, so like it's technically he doesn't just go around saving people in this and that. Even in that whole movie, he didn't give a fuck about the planets.
He's not a good person.
That nigga took my hat, so I'm gonna get that shit back.
Luffy's not a good person. Luffy's honestly a psychopath. Like, if we really break it down, he's an adrenaline honestly a psychopath. He's a psychopath. That motherfucker don't do nothing if it don't benefit him, if it don't do, but he makes the craziest of choices. Whereas One Arm makes the safest of choices. There's a difference between that. That's my problem with One Arm. He makes safe choices. He don't make the crazy choice. Luffy will. One Arm won't.
And let me throw a retort at you, because you say, isn't this strategic? Can we not just give him points for that? That's cool. We can look at that. We can say, okay, that's strategic. Wouldn't it be more strategic though to take this guy out before he's at his strongest ability? Like, why are we taking him out when he has 2 devil fruits years later and Big Mom and Kaido are gone, instead of taking out what he's scarred?
It's the scar, bro. Whatever got him to get that scar has maybe it is something with there's been a lot of Blackbeard theories. I'm not gonna really throw them out here right now, but I would say maybe it's something why he got scarred is more of an uncanny reasoning to why he got scarred. Like, dude said, this is the observation killer, the guy who kills Future Sight, the guy who has conquered coding. At 1.4 billion, I could say he possibly had the coding. You know what I'm saying? He's literally telling us, Whitebeard telling us, yo, it's not like I dropped my guard or anything, or it was caught off guard. The dude scarred me when I was pretty much like at my most capable in the fight. And that's how he made it believe. Like, he made it seem like I wasn't off guard, I was on the attack, and this guy still got a cut off on my face. Whatever he did there, whatever Blackbeard did there to scar him, it got.
And then honestly, it probably makes sense why he's so reserved now, if that's the case, because you got to think about it. If you got, tactical clairvoyance in a fight and a nigga still land a clean blow on you, you start developing PTSD and wanting to stay your ass on your shit. So, that nigga really got me. Like, hold up, wait a minute, y'all. We might have to retreat.
She's not giving. That's an opinion, but that's like an actual real life parallel, like, to military soldiers and shit like that. That's the truth. Like,
that man told Whitebeard, bro, tell Ace to come back home, because Blackbeard.
That's your hoe. Thank you.
Bro,
that's a whole move. That's a whole move.
You won't fight him, and now you telling other people they can't fight him either? You soft.
I feel like he might have been trying to wait and see if he could understand his devil fruit abilities, but in the process of him trying to understand it, it's taking too long.
But he didn't even
Like,
have the
all
devil
niggas
fruit
is
when he
dying.
scarred him. This is a naked devil fruit man. There's no devil fruit on his body yet.
ABK, just to address you real quick, this is not biased, even though like I think it's plausible to speculate if Shanks had Conqueror's coding and he could do the observation. He could do the future sight killer. He gets the future vision killer nickname. At 1.4 billion, Luffy's getting all these feats fighting Kaido at 1.5 billion. So it's not crazy to think at 1.4. At 1.5 billion, Luffy has future sight. He has Devil Fruit Mastery up to Gear 4, two to 3 different versions of Gear 4. Then on top of that, he gets Conqueror's coding, and he had Ryo, Internal Destruction, all with 1.5 bounty. So if I'm being told that Shanks at 1.4 with no Devil Fruit, his come-ups are in Haki. So I would think that he gets his come-ups around that 1.4 billion time. Because the next time he gets a bounty raised after 1.4 billion, possibly he's a Yonko now. Same thing for Luffy. The next bounty Luffy gets after 1.5 is a Yonko's bounty. So I would think Shanks comes into power having those abilities. So I'm not trying to give Shanks no. I'm not trying to give Teach no glaze. I'm just saying the dude Shanks. If I'm Shanks, right, and I'm going up to Whitebeard and I'm telling him this guy scarred me and I wasn't off guard, why would I be comparing? Like check this out. If I'm Luffy saying that, I'm going to compare the Luffy of me today saying it rather than comparing the Luffy of, like, Fishman Island. I'm not going to say, oh, he scarred me in Fishman Island and I was on my guard. Bro, you don't have any feats at Fishman Island. You don't have Internal Destruction. You don't have Future Sight. We haven't even seen Gear 4 yet. Yeah. So I wouldn't take anything that was done to you at Fishman Island, even if you did get scarred. I wouldn't take it as serious because you didn't have none of the capabilities we know you have now as a 5th Emperor. So I'm just saying, I'm not being biased. I'm paralleling the bounties of 1.4 to 1.5 and seeing where Luffy's at with 1.5, and then Shanks where he would possibly be with 1.4. I'm not being biased at all.
Okay, but Luffy getting scarred in Fishman Island, I'm only gonna cast judgment on that depending on who's the one scarring him. If it's a man with no devil fruit and who has no big name in the pirate area.
But that's the lore. But you can't do that, Coach, because that's the lore of Blackbeard. Marco even tells us it's because this nigga has a weird shaped body. His body is weird. We don't know what's going on with him. We don't know what abilities he's pulling out his ass before he gets the 2 devil fruits. We don't know none of that. And Blackbeard is the first person to show us observation Haki for real in Jaya. We get to Jaya and Blackbeard is like, oh, he sees Luffy's bounty. He's like, 100 million. This makes a lot more sense because when I met him earlier in the bar, he gave off Haki that was stronger than some nigga that's worth 30 million. Like, you gotta give Blackbeard some credit. Like, he seems to be a Haki prevalent guy. He's not just, and if you read the Ace novel, you know Blackbeard took care of all of Whitebeard's dirty work. That's the position he played for Whitebeard. Mm-hmm. He took care of his dirty work. And it wasn't he went out to do this, but no. When Blackbeard wanted to off some niggas and then want the whole crew to know that we just killed niggas out of cold blood, we cleaned up, everybody celebrated, but then Blackbeard showing up on the ship like, yeah, y'all thought it was over? We thought we was just gonna let y'all sail away? Nah, this is what's happening. Same thing with Yasop. Yasop's like, yo, I hear what you're saying, Shanks, but step aside real quick, big dog. Being, you know what I mean? Beaming niggas, like, this is what it is.
I fuck with Yasop more than
it's just what it is.
Or
I'm taking all in context.
Or Lazy Eyes. I fuck with Yasop way more.
He's not deadbeat.
He's the biggest deadbeat.
Definitely a deadbeat. He's definitely a deadbeat.
Okay.
But he owns his deadbeat shit. I give him respect for that shit.
He does.
He owns his deadbeat shit.
How does Dragon not own his deadbeat shit? He don't even talk about Luffy.
No. Dragon keeps everything hidden. He don't own nothing.
No.
Yasop owns it. Yasop, yo, let's go meet this guy. He's like, yeah, we not meeting this shit. I might shit myself. I got the run right now.
Do you put Yasop on the same level as like Ging from Hunter x Hunter? Because I feel like that's a very much.
That's who he is.
Okay.
That's why I love Ging. Because Ging
that's
like,
very fair.
I don't want to talk to
that's
you.
That's a good parallel. Very fair.
Hey, you know you want to go cry? Go cry over there. But I don't want to talk to you. Yasop the same way. It was like, yo, Yasop, he's like, I ain't ready to meet you. So he's shaking his boots. He's like, I don't want to meet this motherfucker. CPS is about to come
Yeah,
out. I don't want to meet this motherfucker.
Real shit.
Listen, that motherfucker is about two things: pirating, and that's it. Meanwhile, you got the one arm who plays the safe role. I think that's what me and Coach are trying to say right now. Y'all are, because if you didn't know who one arm was, if he was a random pirate and you heard everything he did, he's a fraud. He's a fraud. Not saying to you, nigga, but I'm saying to a lot of One Piece fans, he be a fraud.
Yeah. Say what you said again. I just
like
laughed.
on paper, if you just write down like a summary on paper of Shanks and give it to a non-One Piece fan, and like, how do you feel about this description of the character?
That's a fraud move. That's a fraud move.
Wait, say what you said again. I didn't hear what you said. I was getting my jacket, but all I heard was I heard you emphasize on fraud, and it's always funny to hear you do that. So I ended up laughing.
If you took everything that you said One Arm did, he played it safe. He didn't fight this person who was a non-fruit user. He did this. He plays it, but he's this $1.4 billion. It'd be like, yo, if we didn't know it was one arm, that's a fraud. That's a fraud. That's a fraud.
Listen, I'm not enough of a Shanks fan to argue with you.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying if you gave that resume to a lot of One Piece fans and they saw that, he's a fraud.
That's
we
fair.
do this shit all the time.
That's fair. This is a slanderous community. That's fair.
I just don't agree with the sentiment that Dragon is a deadbeat, or the fact that you acknowledge that you're a deadbeat makes you the perfect deadbeat, or at least a socially acceptable deadbeat because you acknowledge that you abandoned your kids. Like,
if you were to be a deadbeat, be the best deadbeat.
Would it be better if Dragon had just left him or had taken him with him to the Resistance? He left him with Guard.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, it's no, like,
don't be like,
I don't know.
I don't want to be around him.
Like, you know, his wife was dying. Like,
he left her. Think about this. This man didn't leave her to go find anything. He left her because he wanted to go be a pirate.
My problem is he didn't even send money back to the village type shit. Like, he could at least do. That's the one thing he should have did. Like, make sure my son he's good. Whoever's taking care of my son, make sure they got the means to help take care of him.
The whole village knew his daddy wasn't shit.
Garp is a Admiral level. He's like, he can handle it. I
I'm talking about Yasopp to Usopp, not
Yasopp.
Not Garp. Garp is cool. I'm gonna be with you. Garp. I'm okay with what Garp did.
I'm
okay with what Garp did.
Aokichi, everybody's disciple. Aokichi been everybody's student. Shit. That he got Kobe. Kobe, the grandson he always wanted.
Truly.
Oh God.
Truly.
You don't like Kobe either, brother? Goddamn.
Kobe got Garp stabbed, and what Kobe did on that whole was nonsense.
So you hate him for that one thing?
I think
yes.
Look, the Shanks point, I think him being 1.4 billion, it's not that he's a fraud as far as movements. I think that warrants his power and threat, because even talking about Film Red, which is not like an overly canon movie, but the details in it are canon. I do think Shanks being we saw Shanks one shot Top Music. Like, we got to remember that. Like, the premature version of Top Music is Shanks one shot of that. We got to remember that means something. Like, you know what I mean? Because then we get to see later on in the future, it took him and Luffy to do it together because it was parallel verses. If it was just him in one verse, he's still one. He might still have one shot at the motherfucker, just like he did back in the day. Just saying. But yeah.
I agree. But that's proving my point when I say, like, yo, if you give Shanks' resume without a face and you say everything that he did, that's a fraud move. This community would call him a fraud. We just don't do it because there's a face behind it and we're like, oh, we know what one arm is about. That's all.
Trip, you done missed a whole lot of slander, gang. You got Zaza up here. You know what time it is.
Man.
I think I'm gonna head out. I gotta get up early tomorrow.
I felt that.
Yeah, I got 2.5 days, but listen, my kids can kick rock. I'm gonna be there.
I'm with you on that. You know, I gotta be at school in the morning too. But if y'all on, I'm on for now. I'm chilling. I ain't pressed. I ain't overly
y'all later. Make sure y'all follow my streams. I do anime Sundays every Sunday.
Send me the link through. Send me your
chat?
Twitch link, and I also want you to shout out to my boy Straw Hat Reed. He's not here. He usually tunes in with us. I would love for you to hop in on his streams because you got a lot of good
Every
takes
Monday
at
at 9 o'clock.
Listen, I'm trying to set an example for the female anime slanders. Some of us actually know what the hell we talking about. Like, you show me a picture of all the niggas on Dragon Ball Z that look like Goku. I can name each and every one of them niggas verbatim for you.
That's actually awesome.
You on point, and the Zoro CC, my boy Abdul just said W Zora. Yeah, you on point with your cosplay too. Yeah, I definitely would love to get you up there.
I try to make my anime Sundays like this Sunday. Every other Sunday is different. So I watch the typical catch up episodes. We watch Blue Lock, Shangri-La Frontier, Fairy Tail, usually One Piece, but now we watch other ones and then in between.
They on hiatus.
So
it's killing us.
I started going back to watch my little classic rom-com animes that girls like if you getting trash recommendations, come watch my stream. We can gab and watch new
Real
ones.
deal.
So
I definitely tune in.
It's for the girlies. But
I'll be there. If Nika there, I'm in there.
Word. I'll definitely tune in. Especially if you watch the Fairy Tail, because people be sleeping on Fairy Tail. I'll tune in for Fairy Tail.
I'm not watching The Power of Friendship.
Shout out to Blue. You gotta watch Arcane. You gotta watch Arcane.
Not too.
That's on my list. Arcane is on my list.
You haven't seen none of it yet?
I think I've seen like the first season and then I stopped.
Start all the way over to catch back up, and then binge that second season with it. You gonna love that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Arcane is like that. Shout outs to Wayne. I didn't even think he was still in the chat with us for real. Shout outs to
Wayne still here?
Wayne. W Wayne.
Yeah.
But
I just
love to have you.
Both of y'all. I will send my links. Have a good night. Thanks for having me.
Those for sure.
So late today, this is a pretty good spot to end off. We got another one on Wednesday. We got dope content coming Wednesday. I honestly can't wait for Wednesday. It's gonna be a good.
You wanted to wrap it up now, Cokes?
Yeah, we can either wrap it up now. I go for another 30. Then I gotta join another bro on Twitch.
Okay, yeah, let's go for another 30. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get to smoke too much. And I mean, we started late as fuck today.
Because
at midnight. We was 2 hours late.
We started late. Yeah. I was coming back from a bar and I was like, yo, I gotta make it home because I gotta drink Colts and my boy Nika. To on the stream, I was like, yo, this is my Sunday routine.
Yeah, let Trip get up here. In fact,
get angry at watching football and talk one-armed slander because it's so
that's great. I tolerate Zaza when he does it. I've been in other chats where other people do it, and I just tune out immediately. But when Zaza does
I'm very honest about it. I'm not trying to be like
what's good,
negative Nancy.
What's up, man? What's up?
What up, bro?
What's good, Swizzy? He just joined the chat. He just joined the chat.
You seen the Packers out there today, huh? I know you seen us.
I don't know why the screen look like this. It's only showing me one other person and it's blacked out. Some weird Instagram shit, I guess.
Yeah, Instagram be on the...
Instagram don't like us. Instagram don't like us.
It's showing... It's saying I'm just in here with Cokes. That's weird.
So yes, it's all good.
No, y'all see them Packers? 3 now. You know how we get down.
I seen the Packers stuff. Green and yellow. I seen it.
There we go.
You happy for it, Zaza?
Wayne, Urza my girl too, gang.
I'm never happy for
my girl too.
Besides my team winning. Patriots lost, so every other team can kick rocks.
Before y'all go on before y'all have a whole ass before y'all have a whole sports tangent, what I miss on the One Piece? It's
been real random and sporadic, honestly. We mentioned something and we chat about it for 5 minutes and then we change the subject and then we just keep adding on. So just dropping not even an agenda, just talk about whatever comes to mind at this point. We started late, so we didn't have any real scheduling on how we were gonna run it. Because I was like an hour and a half late. Cokes was waiting on me after a point. I was waiting on Cokes at first, then it turned into Cokes waiting on me, and then we ended up getting on at midnight. So we got on 2 hours late, the streams for real.
Word, for sure. No, I was just
you gotta DM me.
No real takes for real. I ain't had no real takes for real. I was just trying to, input on something. Just input on anything niggas was, talking about or thinking about.
To
was
be
talking
fair,
about Saint.
Coach might have a question.
No, I was just telling him how we was bringing up this hypocrisy, with Shanks and how we give him like the pass on so many things,
You love to
and
say
it's.
that. It's like
I
your
mean,
Okay.
favorite line.
we let him slide all the time, but I
That's
mean,
your favorite line, gang.
it's a fact.
All right, then let me address Cokes with this. What is it that is your gripe with Red Hair right now?
I guess
What is your gripe with Red
my
Hair right now?
recent gripe would be he's currently moving to find Blackbeard, and that's just such a pressing matter. He had to go all the way to Wano to look for him, but he's had over a decade to do so. You could have done this whenever.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Zaza made a very ethical point.
Hold on.
Zaza said
Hold.
if it's not Shanks, if you take the Shanks name off of it and you pass Shanks' resume to somebody else, they would get called a fraud.
That's
I
fair.
thought you should attack that, Trip. I want to hear what you got for that one because I thought that was a good take.
I will, but I want to address something first before I touch on that note because I disagree with Zaza's take. But regardless,
For sure, that's why I wanted you to attack it.
the thing with Cokes, the thing is, so you're saying he had forever to run down on Blackbeard, yada yada yada, right?
Indeed.
Now, is he running down on? Do we know why he's running down on Blackbeard, or
We
is
have
this just?
ideas. Personally, I don't know for sure. We're just spitballing.
Okay, so if all we have is just ideas of what it is and nothing concrete, let's pull from the actuality of things going on, right? He says that he himself is not ready to go get the One Piece.
Okay.
And understanding that the boys just got out of a battle or whatever, he's understanding, someone's gonna get snuck for their winnings.
Okay.
Right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think he was looking for Blackbeard in the sense that, oh, I'm hunting Blackbeard down. I think it's more of the sense of that's a shiesty nigga who would pull up right here, right now. And I just want to play interference for if he pulls up right here. I don't think he's just actively hunting Blackbeard down for a particular goal or motif. Like Blackbeard has something he wants, or he trying to get to him about some get
But
back
you
or
didn't have that
whatever the case is. I
mindset in
think
Marineford? You didn't think he was a shiesty nigga there? That might interfere?
he knows he's a shiesty nigga. He's already done his interference.
Why
And
you
he
didn't pull
flat
up
out
early to
challenged
Marineford
him.
to
He
stop
flat out challenged him in Marineford though.
That was
He flat out
open invitation.
challenged him
That
in
wasn't for
Marineford.
Blackbeard. That was for anybody.
It was an open invitation, and Blackbeard was there. Invite applies to him too. Like, let's not be selective about it.
You should have a different energy for a nigga that scarred your face opposed to a stranger you met that day. I don't want an open invitation, nigga. If you got smoke with him, have smoke.
Yeah, but we know Shanks don't operate based on grudges though.
Oh God.
So you currently don't think
Like that. You're trying to apply something to his character that has never been part of his character before.
what is applied to his character for looking for Blackbeard right now then? What is he looking for? For what's the purpose of looking for him? Besides
The purpose was for exactly what happened with Green Bull, to stop anyone from interfering with the new generation on their come up. He's expecting Blackbeard to pull his interference at the island. What Blackbeard did was wait for somebody at an island that they were going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just miscalculated how Blackbeard would have went about it and shit. But it's all just to play interference. Like, it's not, again, like I would like to hear your idea of why you think he's actively hunting down Blackbeard, but I do not think he's actively waking up in the morning. All right, y'all, where's Blackbeard?
I got that perspective from Goo almost an hour ago. I was saying I don't know what the purpose could be, but I feel like if there was any purpose, you've had forever to handle this. But I see where you're coming from with the interference play, and I feel like this
You
is
got that
happening
perspective
more.
from me, and you got that perspective from Reed when you and Zaza debated Reed 2v1.
I can believe that.
Trip,
I see
Reed
that.
needed your help then, Trip. I ain't gonna hold you. He did good on his own though.
I'm gonna need. I don't know. Like it kind of just seems like excuses. I mean, there's lots of times where Blackbeard could have pulled up on some interference shit. I mean, we seen what he did in Impel Down. Like I don't.
Until you could actually definitively say this is why he's looking for Blackbeard, none of it is excuses because you don't actively know what's the purpose behind it. You just know Blackbeard is involved with it.
Yes.
Because I don't believe his statements are I have been looking for Blackbeard. It's I expected him to be around here type shit. I thought he'd show up in Wano type shit. You know what I'm saying?
So
And like,
if it turns
and
out
even
that it's
even in and then even in the aspect of which that went, it's showing that he is trying to quote unquote ambush the guy, like, you know, like be in waiting for the nigga to pop up, not no go to where he's at type shit. You know what I'm saying? More so like be where he is going to be at. You know what I mean? That type of meticulous planning does not involve just like pulling up on a nigga at random. You
so
know
if
what
it
I mean?
turns out that it's any other reason besides interference, are we gonna give him another pass?
Yes.
Most
That's all y'all gonna
definitely,
need.
because we
All y'all
get
do.
we get context, we get context and clarity at that point. You get context and clarity at that point. And is it now wrong to make a different decision based on more information?
A different decision?
Yes. Is it wrong to change your verdict on what you thought was going on? Is it wrong for you to change your verdict based on more additional
My
information
my
that
thing
completely changes the scope of
my
things?
thing is, when does it
And
end? How many times are we gonna
first.
continue to
Answer
get
it
this
first.
pass?
Answer it first. Answer it first, though. Answer the question first.
That is it wrong to change your opinion?
Yes. Is it wrong for you to change your opinion on something once you get more additional information on said subject that changes the scope of the conversation entirely?
That's not wrong, but in that case, it will be changing it to the opinion of what he's been doing something consistent. If we find out and we get context that it has nothing to do with interference, and it's literally the things that Reed and Gul have been speculating on, those are things that could have been done or dealt with in the last 10 years. So now we're just being consistent.
What has Ree and Goo been speculating on? What has Ree and Goo
We
been
basically
speculating?
said the same thing as you, Trip. And we ain't really that different.
That they're gonna fight.
Oh my god.
You said that they're going to fight.
With this one arm hole.
As a walk off.
You said that they're gonna. You said that they're gonna fight. Is that what you said just
Yes.
now?
Wait, what did you say, Trip?
I'm trying to like hear what Coke said. Coke, you
I
said
thought you
that
said me. My
what
bad.
they're debating is that they're going to be fighting. Is that what you said?
Yes. When Shanks finds Blackbeard, they're going to fight. It's not gonna be no political shit.
So I mean, of course,
You could have been did
that's
that.
inevitable.
You could have done that. You've had ample time to do that. You literally told Whitebeard not to do that, but now you want to do that. So we just giving him another
So
pass.
yeah, I think y'all are forcing that, giving him another pass. Then this is a world of pirates. A fight is inevitable,
It's been
which is why
inevitable.
that open invitation in Marineford was also applied directly to
Shit, it
Blackbeard.
was
And
applied to
Blackbeard even
Kobe too if he
responded,
wanted it. It was open.
and then Blackbeard responded to that open invitation by saying, "Yeah, nah, I ain't fucking with it." So
That
he
nigga done
acknowledged
he ain't put a name
that
on that
open
book. So ain't
invite.
nobody getting
He acknowledged that open invite was also for him. But he was just like, "Yeah, not me. I'm out."
I got what I
Type
came
shit.
for.
So
I don't need to fight you.
So again, let's not act like he didn't duck the fade right there.
I
The
got
fade
what
was offered.
I came
He ducked
for.
it.
I'm out.
That's beyond that don't matter. That don't what you came for had nothing to do with Shanks. He's here
You're
now
right.
offering the fade to anybody
I'm
who
not
wants to
itching to fight
continue
Shanks.
fighting.
Shanks should be
And he
itching to
ducked
fight me.
that.
I won our
And
last
he
battle.
and he
If anything, I
and
don't
he
need to fight
ducked
you.
that. That's you can't say he won that just
I
because he
say he
scarred
came
him.
out less
Did
scarred.
Zoro win?
Came out,
Did Zoro win? Did Zoro win against Kaido just because he scarred him? Like, stop
he
being
didn't
disingenuous with that shit,
scar
man.
Kaido. He just deepened another wound, old wound.
He literally scarred him. The nigga
Just
literally
opened
said,
an
"I'll be
old
taking
wound.
this to the grave
No,
with me."
he just put
Don't
a
do that.
he put he
Don't do
just he
that,
just
bro.
cut
Don't
he
do
just
that,
cut
y'all.
he just cut
Don't do that
somebody
nonsense. Don't do that nonsense. Don't do that
That's real
nonsense. Don't
shit.
do no nonsense like that. Y'all are way more smarter than that. Unless Kaido don't know what the fuck he talking about.
If
ABK said so.
Blackbeard
Why
was
is Shanks
scarred
so
by
pissed
Shanks,
at
I would
him?
see
So
where he's coming from.
Kaido don't know what the fuck he talking about when he tells Zoro, "No, you did enough. This will follow me to the grave." He didn't say you reopened the scar. He didn't say
He didn't.
nothing
What
about
I'm
happened
gonna tell
was
you.
reopening the
I'm gonna tell you
wound.
something
Like
close. I think that's a
he
separate scar.
didn't say nothing about reopening a wound, which is what he was telling the scabbers that they couldn't even do. He acknowledged that Zoro actually put a scar on him that will follow him to the
where's the
grave.
scar
That
at?
it's not
It's
has nothing
next
to
to the
do with the
scar that
old
he has
wound.
from Uman. It's not the same
Like,
scar.
I don't know why y'all niggas be y'all be doing the most to just like down shit, and that shit weird as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You feel like I downed Zoro?
I've never done
I feel like you. I feel like you downgrading the scenario by saying that he didn't scar him. He just reopened the wound when that is not what Kaido said happened. When you verbatimly changing what is said in the scenario by a character to just like kind of push a thought forward. I guess I think that's like mad disingenuous.
What was Kaido's quote?
I said it already.
Okay.
His quote was, "You've done." When Zoro said, "I at least wish to have knocked you down," you know what I'm saying, with that attack, he said, "No, you've done enough. This wound will follow me to the grave. It will remain with me. This one will
So
stay. This is
Roberto,
a
he didn't use
scar.
the word scar either.
You've Tell me what is a wound? What is a wound that remains?
You said,
What is that?
what is a wound?
What is a wound that remains? What is that called?
Previous injury. Uh,
A wound that
previous
when
pain.
I wound you and that wound remains, like it doesn't heal and cover up, that wound remains, it's visible to see for the rest of time. What
Like
is that?
what Aokiji got. That's a wound as well from Maki.
You're ducking and moving the goalposts. You know very well that is a scar. That is
So
what a scar
we
is.
would call Aokiji's wound a scar as well. If you're saying yes, that's fine. I'm just trying to get clarification.
Aokiji is amputated. An amputee has a cut scar. A cut, like, you literally can, there's a scar from where the limb was severed. That's what a scar is. Like, are we dancing around the definition of a scar right now?
I feel you. So in your mind, how did that fight go? You think it was even 50-50? You think Shanks won?
Which
How do you
fight? Which
think
fight are we talking
Shanks
about now?
Blackbeard? Because you say just
I think Blackbeard.
wait.
I think that fight went. I think that fight went about as good as the interaction with Kaido and Zoro went.
With
Kaido was not holding back. He was not off his guard or none of that shit when Zoro landed that attack that scarred him. But he still went on to get no diff.
are
I
you in the
believe that's the same scenario that happened with Shanks and Blackbeard. They were in a fight. Shanks was dominating him, not slipping, not off guard, none of that shit. And Blackbeard somehow, for whatever unknown reason that we don't know about him yet, was able to get a hit off that scarred him. And most likely he dipped after that. I was like, of course it didn't conclude, unless you think it
Are you
concluded.
of the belief that Zoro could have defeated Kaido on the roof alone or no?
Absolutely not. The fuck? Alone?
Okay. Well, not alone, but I say just killed him with.
No, and the answer is no.
Okay. Let me. Can I jump in here?
Please.
But doesn't that
Oh, I
make
thought you could. I thought you couldn't do this. I thought the one arm talk wasn't
no,
for
no,
you. I thought you couldn't do
no?
this.
But doesn't
I
that
thought
make
you
one arm even look
was
even
ducking.
worse? Because he did get
In your eyes,
started.
probably.
He has
In your eyes,
the
probably.
he has
Kaido
the
does not.
great
Kaido does
observation
not look
hockey. He has the
worse
great
to me.
observation
Kaido does not look worse
great
to me for getting
observation
scarred.
hockey, and
Wait, let him get it off, Trip.
he gets cut up by Devil Fruit, Black. All I'm trying to say is we moved the goalposts for one arm way too much for me, and I'm just not with it. Like I get why y'all like him, but I'm just like for me, I'm just calling it down the middle. I'm like, yo, bro, man, if this was if Kid had Shanks' resume, we be calling him a fraud. But because it's one arm, we call him. We do all
That's
these.
insane.
We do all these hippity hop movements for him.
Y'all,
All I'm trying to say.
y'all are being mad disingenuous on that.
I'm just trying
If Kid pulled up to any war, told niggas stop fighting, fight me or don't fight at all, and niggas stop fighting, like it would not be a stain or it would not be no. He's not being called no fraud.
That's not what I'm
no
saying.
Shit like that.
I'm saying if he has one arm's resume, if he has one arm's thing, and he did that type of stuff. If he was not one arm, like I said, if it was a blank canvas, we didn't know who he was. We described everything one arm did, the running, the snitching, all that type of stuff. We'd be like, yo, he's a fraud. But because
I wouldn't call him a fraud.
I
wouldn't call him a fraud. I wouldn't call the character a fraud.
I'm not saying
I guess y'all are just very fickle when it comes to like
but
how y'all
I've
grade
kept the same energy
characters
with
and
one
shit
arm.
like
I've
that.
kept the same energy with one arm. You know me right now. I've kept the same energy with one arm. I've kept the same energy with Deadbeat Drag. My thing is we don't call them out enough. These are the supposed to people who's supposed to be the top of the tops. You doing a lot of funky shit. Just call it out. That's all I'm trying to say. Call him out the same way you do other people. Y'all just move the goalposts for them. That's all I'm just trying to say.
Yeah, so I guess what I should then say is y'all should keep that energy with people who do that. Because for one, on my end, I'm not one of those guys who even like call characters fraud for anything they fucking do in this fucking story. Like what they do is what they do, how they move is how they move. What you see as a fraudulent move, I may see as like that nigga a pirate. He gonna do what the fuck he want at the end of the day. Like my biggest gripe with us as a community is that we hold these fictional characters to a standard that they don't even hold them on their own selves to in the parameters of their character in the fucking story. That shit is weird to me. Like it's so.
Let me address some comments.
You know what I mean? So
Jane basically didn't really miss much. I think you might have left when we first started the actual conversation piece with Blackbeard and Shanks, but we're still on Blackbeard and Shanks basically. And ABK said, why would it look worse? Characters get scarred all the time. It's only a problem when it's Shanks. Laugh my ass off.
Because he's
like, bro, that shit don't make no sense. Like, Kaido was supposed to be the #1 guy. Like, is Kaido a fraud for getting scarred, bro, by a nigga who couldn't even put him down? He got scarred, though. Like, what are we doing here? Like, niggas be picking and choosing, dog. Like, this shit's strange as fuck. Mind you, like, on top of that, Shanks is the literal only on paper human being that was amongst the Yonkos at the time. Like no devil fruit, no Hax race, none of that. Like the vulnerability in his humanity was displayed to us in chapter 1 when he loses an arm to a Sea King.
Listen, I get it. I totally get it. But at the end of the day, we be calling one arm a fraud. If this was someone else, we be calling him a fraud. And I'm going to hold that to everything. Y'all can sit there and be like, oh, this, that, and the third. It ain't changing what it is. At the end of the day, one arm's a fraud, bro. He should be more on the fraud alert than you guys put a lot of people on fraud. But y'all don't do it because he a peacekeeper. He do this. Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. One arm is
for the record, Zaza. I don't call Kid a fraud.
No,
He might have not.
no,
He
I'm
might
not
have not
saying
shown
you.
up,
I'm
but
not
I
saying
don't
you.
know.
I'm not saying you, nigga. Nigga, I know what you think. I'm saying a lot of this One Piece community be moving the goalposts when it comes to one arm. And that's the thing I don't like. Because it's one arm and he's cool, y'all move the goalposts. But if other people, he that. And Coach, I agree with you trying to say. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about 98% of this One Piece. You just said it. They're weird. But I'm holding them to the same standard. He'd be a fraud, bro. He'd be a fraud. He'd be a fraud.
Can you hold everyone else to the same standard that you hold him
The
to?
Yonko level
Yep.
standard? No,
Yeah.
that's reserved for Yonkos.
Say what now?
I said Yonko level standards? No, that's reserved for Yonkos.
That's reserved
Yonko
for Yonkos?
level standard? Yeah.
Yeah, that's picking and choosing, man. Shit crazy. All right.
You in a different category when you one of them niggas. You an emperor.
And you the one, oh my God, you just watch Roger and you could copy all of his moves and all that. You see how they glaze the fuck out of one arm. But when one arm loses, it's this, it's that. Every excuse in the goddamn planet. Bro, it's the same thing if Patrick Mahomes loses. Yo, we give all these excuses.
How do you
do this?
know it's a loss?
Bro,
That's the main thing I'm saying to you right now. How do you know it's a loss? You're saying because he walked out, because he came out. You're saying because he came out there scarred. How do you know that's 50-50? You did not see that fight. The only thing we know about that interaction is that Shanks got scarred.
Bro.
That's the only thing we know from that interaction.
It's like this. It's like
by that. Hold on. By that very notion, I'll repeat this. Zoro scarred Kaido. Did he win that interaction though?
At that point, did he not have Kaido? Did he not have Kaido like, yo, you gotta die?
He didn't even knock him down to his knees. No, bro.
At that point in time, Big Mom was like, yo, you gotta dodge that fight. You gotta dodge that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is this.
This is after the fact. That was after. We're talking about Ashura. This is after all that.
That's before that happened. But when he did the whole the Ashura, that was before that happened. Remember he was going to do the slash, and Big Mom was like, "Yo, Kaido, dodge that." Because
Ashura
at that point when
happened after Dragon Blaze. Ashura happened after Dragon Blaze, way after.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, yo, Big Mom had told him, "Yo, that sword is dangerous." And then when Ashura happened, he said that. I'm trying to say is I'm gonna put this in sports terms. It's like, yo, if a random fighter goes 12 rounds with the number one fighter in the world, that is significantly a loss to that number one fighter, because why the fuck are they in the ring with you? They got no training, they got the same thing as you, and you went 12 rounds with them? That's a loss. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say you're not right. I'm not trying to say this. I'm saying
you're not equating it. It still don't equate. Like that's a 12-round fight. I understand that sentiment. Keep it with the scar scenario, because that's all we know happened in that fight. You don't know how long it was. You don't know how long the fight was. You don't know what the fuck was on the line. You don't know if there was a hostage in the situation. You don't know nothing about that interaction other than Shanks got scarred. So tell me another scenario when someone else gets scarred. Oh, Jesus.
But
say that again.
When Aokiji got scarred, did he lose the fight?
Why do niggas use English language like this, bro? Like,
yo, let's move on from this point, because
I feel like it's playing with a nigga.
Yeah, we should just move on.
There's no point in this.
We should just move on. The energy dying down, and we had energy going good.
There's no point in this. No one's going. We're not gonna change his mind. He's not gonna change our mind. He definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a debate if nobody's mind.
That don't mean y'all need to. That don't mean y'all need to duck the conversation. No, I'm clearly here having it. I'm clearly here having it.
40 minutes now. You came in late on the conversation. Anybody ducking it. We just see that no one's mind's going to be changed, so it's a stalemate. We ain't gonna keep going about something that no one's mind's going to change about. I don't do debates
No
like
one's
that.
gonna change. The nigga's right. No one's
Yeah,
mind gonna change, bro.
if
Like,
no one's mind's going to
what
change,
it
let's just
is.
move on. Because there's no more fun in laughing and hype us jumping in and talking anymore. Now it seems like it's all quiet. It's all tense and shit now. I'm not here
As
for
for me,
attention.
I feel the same way I felt about this today. The
I'm not
first
here.
day, I
I'm here
felt this
to
the
have
same
fun.
way. I went Shonen Jump. I'm gonna feel about it tomorrow, and I'm gonna feel it the next day. And everyone can write the fucking note. And when One Arm dies, I promise you, I'm inviting every one of y'all motherfuckers out, and I'm gonna have that fucking picture posted on my fucking back wall. Right there, One Arm dies, because I know Oda gonna have tears in his eyes when he writes that fucking page, and I'm gonna be here for it. And I'm gonna love every second of it. Call a spade a spade.
That's gonna be a crazy panel. This is
I'm just on anticipation right now.
This was some dope points were made. Each side. I'm always open to listen to different perspectives. Never mad at it. It's a cool place to stop because I'm already late to hop on bro's tweet.
I forgot you said that like 15 minutes.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. One Arm Slander's here to stay.
Yeah, we could do a Wednesday. We could probably run it back Wednesday, maybe. You know
Wednesday, we off, bro. Like I'm here for it. I am here for it.
We might move Wednesdays to Fridays. We not solidified on it yet. It's in debates, so
I might be in the works.
See what's going on.
Loki called One Arm a bitch too. I was like, yo, Loki moved up top 10 for me.
Yeah, I was hoping nobody brought that up, bro, because I don't want that getting lost in translation. This is a good place to stop.
Cold motherfucker. Say Zaza is never happening. LOL. It became sorry to tell you it's definitely happening.
Listen, I don't know if he's gonna die. I do think if they interact, he's gonna lose.
He's gonna lose it.
He's losing for
He's
sure.
gonna lose another arm.
If he dies, I don't know, but he's definitely losing. I think that's gonna happen.
Another arm, and then be like, "I gave it up for the people." Shut your ass up, bro. Get your disabled ass out of my fucking face, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna give him the treatment that All Might should have got years ago. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Jane says, "Is the 2-week break over for the manga?" Yes, Jane. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be talking about that next chapter on next Sunday. Please join us. So glad you could join us today. Till next time, peace, y'all.
Bros.